You don't need to go to Niagara Falls when you can eat some fried balls.
What is going on, NASCAR diecast collectors and diecast viewers on YouTube? Welcome back to yet another new interesting episode of the NASCAR diecast news here on YouTube. This is Original Big Bri, or known as Brian, and I'm going to be bringing you guys your weekly NASCAR diecast news for January 30th, 2016. And boy, oh boy, we got ourselves a lot of good stuff to show you guys. But more importantly, 2016 NASCAR diecasts are finally here, and our good friends at Lionel Racing has now got these cars in stock at your local diecast dealers, or the two dealers that we highly recommend, Plan B Sales and K-State Diecast. So we do got some 2016 diecasts to show you guys to kick off this 2016 NASCAR diecast season. But we can't forget also some new 2016 pre-orders, which will be briefly shown in the showcase pretty soon. And of course, we can't have an episode without any more cancellations. We got 3 more new cancellations to show you guys, which is very unfortunate. However, though, we do got some more news on NASCAR Authentics as already, guys. We have information and pictures for the second wave. I mean, already we got the second wave out, guys. So Lionel Racing is really on the ball for that. We'll get into that momentarily. And also, we do got some SpinMaster news, as well as we do have possibly what could be, it should be, the final wave, the Lost Wave Part 2. But this is technically the final wave for SpinMaster's NASCAR Authentics. And you know what, guys? I am looking forward to this, but we're going to get all into this latest information and more as this new episode of the NASCAR Diecast News starts right now. But before we do that, guys, I want to take a look at last week's episode of the NASCAR Diecast News, and we're going to take a look at the best-selling diecasts that were from last episode. Alrighty, everybody, so to kick off this newly released video for the NASCAR Diecast news. We're going to kick off with your newly released diecast from our good friends at SpinMaster's and our K-State Diecast. Highly recommend those two if you guys do not have local dealers near you. But let's go ahead and get on with the diecast, gentlemen, because that's what we're all here for, if you know what I mean. So we're going to briefly go over two cars that were in the 2015 season. So the first one is the Kevin Harvick Make a Plan, Make It Home car. You know, I can't really say too much about this car, but however, though, I do like the message on this. You know, DWI is such a DWI, and driving while on it was such a big problem that we have here in the United States. And it was really cool to see Budweiser, you know, take that action into Kevin Harvick's car, and really cool that this car did made MOQ because of the message it shows toward you know, drunk driving, which is, you know, just very unfortunate. I mean, God bless for anybody out there who is a victim of that. God bless you and all your families out there. But can't really say too much about this car. It is kind of bland, but it is a pretty cool car to get if you know, you do want to support that message that Budweiser is trying to support. And also, if you're a Kevin Harvick fan, this is probably a must, because, you know, you gotta have all those Harvick cars. You gotta support Harvick Nation, you know what I mean? And the next one is probably, let's just say, a very interesting car, the Joey Logano Pennzoil Shell Red car. Basically, this car is basically it has the paint scheme of, you know, the classic Shell car, which is, you know, yellow and red, but they decided to do red and white, which, if you guys are wondering why they did that, is because they were trying to replicate the car that ran in Indy 500 for Helio Castroneves' Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Hitachi AAA car. Well, sorry, I named all the sponsors. Oh man, yeah, I love playing Helio Castroneves. But I can't resist myself. But anyways, yeah, this car is basically the Helio wannabe car. And I can probably say that Helio Castroneves definitely pulled this paint scheme off better, but I don't know, tell me what you guys think in the comments. Who pulled it off better, Helio's car or Joey Logano's car? You know, if you guys are big Indy 500 and Coca-Cola 600 fans, then you guys probably know where I'm getting with that right there. But I think this car will look good with the IndyCar diecast that they made, that Greenlight made, so that's really cool right there. But now we're getting on to the 2016 diecast, which I know you guys are very psyched. A couple of these cars are mostly the same, but I will be reviewing all of them very briefly. I definitely have the best one saved for last, which will probably be the thumbnail picture. Oh, spoilers! But let's get on with the 2016 diecast. The Austin Dillon Dow car. I mean, not really much to say about this car. I mean, yes, it's on the EL mold, which is really awesome. But I think last year's car was also like this as well, so not really too much of a difference on like last year's. But yeah, I mean, it's basically been the same for like since his rookie year. I mean, unless I don't know. Hopefully next year they change the Dow scheme, because now it's starting to get pretty old. It was fun while it lasted, but yeah, I think it's time for a new scheme now. Sorry. Same scenario with the Jimmy John's car, the Kevin Harvick Jimmy John's 164. You guys know this car is on a base because now he sponsors alcohol, the Busch car now. As you guys see it right there, this car is relatively different. I mean, of course, you guys know, I mean, Budweiser switched to Busch, so they got the Busch contingencies on this. However, though, if you look closely on top of the car, they actually added more black on top of the car. So that's a different change. I mean, it kind of goes well with the scheme, and I like the new logos. They got me a Freaky Fast, Freaky Good. So they kind of updated this car a little bit. I mean, it's a nice little update, but yeah, I mean, you know, for any Harvick fans out there, I mean, shout out to you guys. This is a car to get right here. Next one, it is the Ryan Newman Caterpillar car, and this car, like I said, same as last year's, but is on the EL mold. And you guys know the EL mold is like the excellent mold to get, because, you know, it's just so much more detailed than the PTC mold. I mean, I do like both molds, but everyone loves the good old EL mold. And this car is probably the car to get if you're a Newman fan, which I don't know if there's any Newman fans out there, but if there is, then hooray, you got yourself a diecast. And we got some Jimmy Johnson cars as well. I know you guys are very excited for this. If you guys are prepared for the 2016 season, then look no further. We got some Jimmy Johnson cars, his Lowe's and his Lowe's car, which relatively same as last year, but if you guys missed out on this car, and this is your time to get it, especially for 2016. And what I can say, this is on the EO mold as well. As you guys remember last year's Lowe's car, which is on the PTC mold, unless you guys got your hands on that promo. So there was many opportunities to get this car last year, but now they got it in the 2016 season. So I still like this scheme. I mean, I think I could roll with this scheme again. And not really much to say about the Pro Services car. Instead, there's just contingencies, differences. So I don't tell me what you guys think. Do you guys like the Lowe's car or the Lowe's Pro Services car? Even though they're basically the same. Alright. And saving the best for last, ladies and gentlemen, the Dale Earnhardt Jr. Tax Slayer car is now in stock. A lot of people are wondering what Dale Jr. car was going to be released first. Was it going to be his Alta car, his Nationwide car? But it was the Tax Slayer car. And man, oh man, this car looks very nice in diecast form. And, you know, I love the different scheme change that they put for Tax Slayer this year. It looks very nice on Dale Jr.'s car. Man, I mean, as you guys do, I mean, this car, the paint scheme, not the colors, but the paint scheme overall, like, reminds me of this Wrangler car, like when Dale Earnhardt drove the Wrangler car back in the 70s and 80s. If you look closely at the paint scheme, like how, I mean, not the colors, but the paint scheme overall, but that's like, I like how Dale Jr.'s cars have, like, you know, a message to each scheme. So, I'm definitely looking forward to see more junior cars out very shortly, but guys, this is the time to start right there. So, what a great way to start that off right there, guys. Now I'm going to briefly go over, I think, like probably 1/124, and that's the Kyle Busch 2015 New Hampshire Loudon race win. Our, you know, our defending series champion, Kyle Busch. I mean, this is another race that he flat out dominated when he won, you know, at Sonoma and this race and Kentucky. Like, that's when he was on just a hot streak, and that's what got him into the chase. This car looks relatively nice. You know, it's got all the it's got all the race marks from the win, and it's pretty covered in confetti. I mean, I'm actually surprised that this car doesn't have the lobster on it. I don't know if if they did a lobster cameo for this, because you guys know at Loudon the winner gets a lobster. I'm kind of surprised that the car doesn't have that, but still a relatively cool car. As you guys see, they got the Monster logos on that car as well. So. And I'll be very accurate, even though all the controversy with the energy drinks. But very cool right there. And yeah, we got some 2016 124s. Not really gonna say too much about that, but tell me what you guys think of all these 2016 cars. Are you guys excited for the 2016 diecast season as much as I am? But so far, guys, this is a good release so far for 164s and 124s. So I think it is going to be a really good season for the NASCAR diecast news and for the 2016 NASCAR diecast season. Sorry about that. Just going to water break as I talk a lot in this podcast. But I'm not going to go too much on these pre-orders. I mean, I probably, the highlight of the pre-orders is probably, you know, the Batman vs Superman cars. That's been getting a lot of talk lately. I think of these cars the renders were released like very, very quickly, and these cars should be out very shortly, guys, within the next month possibly. So by March, maybe we're gonna get these cars in, which is really cool because Lionel's already got a crap load of these prototype pictures for the Jimmy Johnson Superman car and the Dale Jr. Batman car, and man, those cars look really nice. Tell me which guys like. Do you guys like the Jimmy Johnson rocking the Superman colors? Or do you guys like the Dale Jr. rocking the Batman colors? The Heroes Face-Off or Hero Showdown, whatever Lionel called it, but who will win? For any Batman versus Superman fans out there. So yeah, tell me in the comments below who do you think will succeed with the paint scheme. Oh boy. And now we are going to get on to the cancellations, and this is always the fun part right here that I know you guys very much enjoy. And I mean, where do I start off, guys? We got ourselves more Justin Allgaier cars. His Breyers car has been officially canceled in both scales, and man, this is deja vu. It happened to Regan Smith diecast last year, and now it's happening to him, Justin Allgaier. It's very unfortunate. He's not getting enough recognition, and he hasn't even started yet with Junior Motorsports, which is just not great at all. So like I say, this car is basically, the Briar's car has been the same for the past 3 years now, so I highly understand why this car did got canceled, but just, man, just seeing more Allgaier cars are getting canceled is just pretty ridiculous if you ask me. And speaking of the devil, we do have yet another Justin Allgaier car that got canceled, the Swaff for Men car. Literally, this car, like I said, last year was canceled again, except it was Regan Smith, but just, wow, I am just so bombarded just seeing this car getting canceled again. I mean, wow. Swaff is usually a big sponsor for Junior Motorsports, and seeing this car getting canceled for a second year in a row is just, wow. At this point, guys, the only Justin Allgaier car that is possibly going to make MOQ is his Brandt car. All of his other cars have been canceled, which is not good at all. I mean, at least the Tax Slayer car made it last year, but that car got canceled too, so just, I don't know what Allgaier is going to do, but thank the Lord he does have his Brandt car, so look forward to get that car very soon when it releases, and hopefully it doesn't get canceled. Otherwise, for any Just Allgaier fans, you're basically going to be screwed out of luck if that Brandt car doesn't make MOQ. And the final cancellation, guys, we got ourselves a Greg Biffle 124, and this car was only offered in the 124, so yeah, guys, there is no 164, and I'm always getting these questions of why Cheez-It doesn't make 164s. Is because they want to market their diecast as collectibles and not toys, so that's the reason why they put them on the base, and that's why they don't make 164s. So I always get that question a lot, but I'm happy to answer all that. But yeah, I can see why this car got canceled. I mean, it is kind of unfortunate because Greg Biffle really doesn't have any sponsors this year. And Cheez is one of his main sponsors, and seeing this car getting canceled doesn't look good for Greg Biffle and Roush Racing. But who knows, is Roush? They're not that best anymore, but yeah. So guys, now I'm not gonna go on any commercial breaks where I think you guys are waiting long enough to hear about what's gonna happen next. We got some NASCAR Authentics news. Oh my God, it's been a great year so far for NASCAR Authentics. I'm probably going to go ahead and get started with probably the 2016 lined out cars, and I'll show you guys the Lost Wave, which is something I'll save right at the end. But yep, guys, Wave 2 is finally out for Lionel Racing's 2016 old diecast lineup, and man, I am very impressed with, first of all, I'm very impressed with their quality. I mean, I just went to my Target today, and the shelves are literally gone, and like last week they were stocked, so this is a good sign that Lionel Racing is making a lot of money, and these things are selling. I think these NASCAR Authentic cars are selling actually way more than what SpinMaster's started when they started, like 2011, 2012. So I mean, great start so far for Lionel Racing. But now, guys, let's show you the picture for Wave 2, and I'm providing credits right there for David Land for this picture because I needed a good collage picture of all these cars. So we had a total of 7 cars that came out. I think on the last episode of the NASCAR Diecast News, I probably reviewed the Tony Stewart Americana car and the Jeff Gordon Rainbow Warrior car. I mean, easily it's out. I think those are the 2 cars to get right there. I mean, the Rainbow Warrior car just reminds me of just so much memories. It just reminds me of winter circles and just seeing the car having white interior. Just, oh my God, it's just a good throwback, and you have to get it. I mean, if you missed out on the Jeff Gordon black interior car, the Rainbow Warrior car that has the black interior, I think that car is like really rare now. So this is probably, I would highly recommend getting this car because I know there's a lot of people who are going to walk by this at their Target, and they are going to be like, their eyes are going to get glued to it because it's such a recognizable scheme. Even the little to no NASCAR fan knows about the Rainbow Warrior car, so it's going to be, you know, a pretty hot selling car, and that was good that Lionel did that. Yeah, and also I said the Tony Stewart Americana car, that car you have to get because it is a car that they got DMP'd. I know I said all this stuff on last episode, but it's just refreshing. So this is an exclusive car, and I like how NASCAR Authentics do these exclusive cars. Even with SpinMaster, they did that with a couple other cars, and they did do it with the Lost Wave car, which I'm going to show you guys very soon. But yeah, now we're going to show you guys the rest of the cars that were in this wave, and I'm going to go ahead and start from left to right, but ignore the Rainbow Warrior and the Mobile 1 car since we already reviewed that. So the Dale Earnhardt Jr. Amp Energy Passion Fruit car. Sorry about that. The Dale Jr. Amp Energy Passion Fruit car. guys know, AMP did return with Dale Jr. in 2015 for last year as a little promotional technique. They decided for the fans to vote for their favorite AMP flavors, and this is the one that won. I still have not tried AMP Energy Passion Fruit. I did try the cherry one, and it was really good. But I don't really drink that much energy drinks, so I don't know what really that tastes like. But I do like the car, though. The car looks really nice. I mean, I think I have most of Wave 2, but this is the car I'm missing right here. I mean, it's a junior diecast, so, you know, people are going to, along with the Jeff Gordon car, people are going to find that junior car and they'll be like, oh, mine. So if you guys can find this Dale Jr. car, I probably would recommend getting that because that's going to be another hot car to sell right there. Alright, and right by the Rainbow 24 car, we got the Chase Elliott Darlington Throwback Napa car. Easy without one of the best throwback cars we have for this year, you know, excluding Kyle Larson's Metal Yellow car, which never got made, which is very unfortunate. Probably one of my favorite Darlington throwbacks that we had for last year. These guys know, I mean, if you guys missed out on this car, this is a great opportunity that Lionel Racing decided to give for people who, you know, don't really have enough sources to get their cars online. So I'm glad Lionel Racing did this, and plus you get a cool little magnet as well. And also, yeah, with the magnets, guys, they did change them. I'll go over that very shortly. But yeah, the Chase Elliott car, highly recommend getting this car. This is another eye catcher that many people are going to go with because you guys know Chase Elliott will be the new driver of the 24. So he's going to get a lot of Jeff Gordon fans, I think, with him very shortly. Alright, and right after that, we got the Ryan Newman Caterpillar Darlington Throwback car. I'm really digging that, you know, Lionel Racing is reproducing all the Darlington Throwback cars. So for anybody who missed out or you're trying to get the full collection of Darlington Throwbacks, this is the way to go right here. I think me, myself, and a couple other YouTubers are trying to do that, which is really awesome. But, you know, it's a very different throwback, I can say at least, but it's pretty cool, guys. I mean, a little history lesson. SpinMaster couldn't get the licensing rights to make a Caterpillar car, but now Lima Racing did, and now we finally got a Caterpillar car for NASCAR Authentics. So that's a little history lesson for all you diecast nerds out there. Alright, we're missing out on the Mobile 1 car, I can never do that. Another Dale Jr. car, you know, I mean, a lot of people wonder why they're producing so much Dale Jr. cars, because he is the most popular driver, and they are going to sell. I mean, the stats don't lie, people. I mean, this is the reason why we have a lot of Junior and Gordon cars, because they sell. But this is another race win that I would highly recommend getting if you guys have not got it yet. It is a Coca-Cola Daytona win. And you know what, guys, I do love this paint scheme, the nationwide salute scheme, and seeing this car with the race marks and the confetti. I mean, I have the Lionel 164 in my hand, and I'm just looking at it, and oh my god, the detail that Lionel puts into these junior wins are just amazing. So I would highly recommend getting that Dale Jr. car because it is a race win, and whew, can't miss out on those race wins. Speaking of race wins, we got ourselves yet another race win, and this is not a junior car for once that's a race win like we got from this wave and last wave. It is the defending Daytona 500 champion Joey Logano. Hate to say that, but you know, it is what it is. I mean, probably it was one of the best Daytona 500s that we had for last year, except for the finish. The racing was good, but the finish was, you know, pretty not really suited everybody's levels, including myself and many other people. But I mean, still a really cool race win, and you get a nice little card with it showing, you know, the defending 500 champion. Oh boy. But yeah, I mean, like I said, for any hardcore Joey Logano fans out there who watch my videos, this is probably the car to get right here. Or if you're a big fan of those race win cars, then this is another one to add to your NASCAR Authentics collection. So overall, what I gotta say, the second wave, a must. You know, I think a good majority of these cars, I say mostly all these cars are highly recommend getting. I mean, I probably recommend definitely the race wins, the Rainbow Warrior, the Americana car, and the Chase Elliott car. And those other three cars, like the Junior Amp, the Newman Caterpillar, and the Logano Shell. I don't know. I mean, overall, I think you should get most of these cars. I mean, if you don't have any of these, I highly recommend getting the Gordon car at least. But yeah. But now we're gonna get on to SpinMaster's version, and a lot of people are wondering. I mean, a lot of people were wondering, like, why hasn't Lionel's cars haven't been released at Walmart yet? Well, guys, we might have found the answer for this now. It's because SpinMaster actually has another lost wave. And this came to me as a surprise. Like, I was talking to one of my good friends, Robbie Newman, and we saw on Instagram that someone found the lost wave. And this is possibly the second lost wave that we had. Because if you guys do remember, from not last December, but last December, we had a lost wave that came out like last January. You guys remember that was like the Joey Logano AAA car. Hey, AAA, not yet. The Joey Logano AAA car and the Jimmy Johnson Lowe's Patriotic and Danica Patrick test car. You guys remember that lost wave? But this is the second lost wave that's happened. So talk about deja vu. And I'm pretty. I mean, this is probably like the SpinMaster send-off that we're gonna have right here. And I mean, I have to say, you know, NASCAR Authentics for SpinMaster wise, they did some good things. I mean, I did love the collector boxes that they had and all that. I mean, but I am digging Lionel's Racings. But guys, yes, this will be the final, and I mean the final release for SpinMaster's NASCAR Authentics, which is very odd because Lionel Racing owns them now. So I'm really surprised that these are actually legally in stores. But I believe you can find these cars at Walmart for $4.94 a piece, and the Lost Wave for Part 2 includes another exclusive car, the Ty Dillon, not Ty Dillon, no, Failhorn, the Austin Dillon Bass Pro Shops 164. And guys, remember this car was canceled last year, so you know, I think that's definitely a car to get right there. I mean, I don't know, I think that's his 2014 or his 2015 car. Might be his 2015 car, because otherwise I don't know why we would have a 2014 car this very late into the season, the diecast season. But, you know, it's SpinMaster, so who knows. But still, I mean, it's a car that really does stand out, and it is one of those exclusive cars that, you know, all of us hardcore fans are going to look forward to get. So I would highly recommend getting that Bass Pro car once you get the chance to find this Lost Wave. I don't think anybody's found this Lost Wave yet besides the one person who posted this picture. And the Kevin Harvick Jimmy John's Championship car. I don't know if, I did, on this picture you can't really tell if this car is actually a chase car. By the packaging, it looks like it could be a chase car. But I don't know, I mean, once we get some more pictures of this Kevin Harvick car, I mean, if it's a chase car, then I recommend getting it because that's some variation. But if it's just this flat out Jimmy John's standard car with the championship logo on the car, then I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm not a big fan of the championship logo cars. I don't think SpinMaster would do that, but then again, Lionel does own them now, so who knows. So I don't know. I think the Harvick one might be a car to pass. The Casey Kane Time Warner Cable car. Oh God, Time Warner Cable. There's only one word I gotta say about that company, and that's yeah, not a good word. So anyways, yeah, the Time Warner Cable car for Casey Kane. Yeah, I do like this car a lot. You know, I mean, if you want to have some more variety for Casey Kane, because they did release this Farmer's car last year, and this is probably a car to get right here. And I know you guys are wondering right here, oh my God, is that the Jeff Gordon Drive Down Under car with the Coors Light Pole Award that had all that controversy? Well, yes and no. Yes, this is a Jeff Gordon Drive 10 Hunger 2015 car, but however though, NASCAR Authentics has fixed that error. So whoever got that Coors Light Pole Award car, that's gonna be like a holy grail now. I mean, it's gonna be just as rare as the 2011 Kurt Busch Shell car. So yeah, good luck trying to find that. That's gonna be like, that's like nearly impossible to find. I mean, heck, even David Land can't even find it. That's how hard it is. Well, yeah, they did fix the error on this car, and it does have an Autometer logo instead. It has a yellow Autometer logo instead of the Coors Light forward. But, you know, it's a Jeff Gordon car, so I recommend getting it because you guys know Jeff Gordon is retired now, and his diecast are going to be a lot more valuable now, so I recommend getting that. And lastly, the Dale Jr. Kelly Blue Book car. I probably recommend getting this car over his 2014 car, which also SpinMaster released couple waves ago for last year. So yeah, overall guys, I mean, like I said, you know, this is the SpinMaster send-off. I might make a little brief history video maybe of SpinMaster. I mean, I don't know, do you guys want to see that, like a NASCAR Authentics history video? see how far they came and what we're going to look forward to in the future. That's probably going to be one of my ideas very soon once I'm done with this Diecast News episode. So, I don't know, guys, but other than that, I mean, with all the NASCAR Authentics news that's coming on, this has been the NASCAR Diecast News. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, please give this video a good comment, like. If you guys haven't already, subscribe for more on the NASCAR Diecast News or anything else NASCAR Diecast out there. And until we meet again, guys, this has been the NASCAR Diecast News. I will see you guys on the next episode for any more of your latest NASCAR Diecast news to come. So, until we meet again, so long for now, everybody.